Hello, my loves. Welcome. It has been far too long since I've done a video. And it's been such a long time that I had to remind myself how I normally set up my videos, and I hope everything is working. So we're just gonna have to trust that the setup is good. The lighting is absolutely horrible right now, but we're going through another little storm. So it has been raining and windy, and there's no sunlight. There's just clouds, and it's absolutely wonderful, but the lighting is awful. So I do have a couple of my lamps on. I have my little star light up behind me, which I think is kind of helping a little bit, but I turned on the main lights and it was just too bright. I needed a little bit of dimness. So we're just gonna have to make do. So I do apologize if the lighting in here is a little gross. Let me turn on a candle. I'm gonna light one of my Sacred Space rose scented candles. And this is just going to be a little chat with me kind of video. I wanted to kind of give some updates and just talk about where I have been for the last month. I realized that my last video was the February wrap up and my March TBR video. I think that was the last one I did. I had the meaning, like I had the intention to do videos throughout March, but it just didn't happen. So I have been on vacation the entire month of March. At first, I started off kind of like still on social media, like on my main account, Rachel Spirit and Soul. I was still posting, and I created a reel and this and that. And then I think it was like the second week of March, I finally told myself, you know what, no more. Like, let's just take the month off. Get off of this social media account. I stayed on my private one, which is my haunted homes. And so I have been posting on that account much more. All of March, I've just been spending time with my husband. He had the whole month off, and we went and did a couple things. We had a lot of family time. We did a couple things, just the two of us. We were home a lot. We went out, play dinners, and just a lot of little things here and there. Nothing major. We stayed at our favorite beach spot for our anniversaries. Celebrated our 9-year wedding anniversary. We've been together 17 years, but our wedding anniversary was on the 21st, and we celebrated 9 years married. And what else? I celebrated my birthday towards the end of February. And but we kind of did some stuff with family in March because we couldn't make it work with our schedules and stuff. So it was just kind of like a mishmash of like birthday stuff, wedding anniversary stuff, and then just like spending, one-on-one time with him. And it was really nice. I always treasure my one-on-one time with my husband because he has such a very crazy work schedule, and we are on opposite schedules. He works nights, so my time with him is limited during the days that he does work. So it was just a nice time, and I love it. He goes back next week, midweek, so we still have a couple days left, and yeah, that's what I've been doing for the whole month of March. What else? I also started a whole new... So I feel like I'm all over the place. The beginning of March, I think it was the 8th, if I'm not correct. I may be wrong, but I think it was the 8th. We had a new moon in Pisces. So March, okay, no, it wasn't. The new moon was on the 10th. Okay, so March 10th was the new moon in Pisces. The weekend before that, because that was on a Sunday, so that's Friday or Saturday, I was on the hunt for a new foundation, because it's kind of funny how this works, but it was like one day I was doing my makeup and I started to notice like my makeup that I have been wearing, the same foundation for years and years and years, just wasn't looking right on my face anymore. And I don't know if this was just like, if this happens to a lot of you guys, but I'm kind of like, I wear the same thing all the time, right? And I'm like, all of a sudden it just doesn't look right. So I was just really noticing it was sitting in my fine lines. It was just not working with my face, and I just felt so frustrated. So I went out to look for something new. I figured, let me try one of those like higher end. You guys have to know, when I wear makeup, it's drugstore, Target, Walmart makeup. Like, it's not, I don't do anything fancy. I've never have. I don't know how to put makeup on correctly. Like, I just do what I do. And I stick with whatever I like. So I went to Sephora and then Ulta, but I went to both places, and I was looking at foundations, and I had already done some of my own research looking at videos just to kind of see makeup foundation that is better for faces of like 40 plus year old women. So I'm not quite 40 yet. I still have 2 more years to go, but I am pretty much there. And so I was just looking for something more lightweight. Also, the summer season is creeping up on us, and as the season gets hotter, I want to wear less. So I was kind of looking for a foundation that is breathable and just lightweight and whatnot. So anyways, long story short, the girl was an angel that literally was helping me out. And she pretty much was like full blown honest with me. And she was like, I can already tell just by looking at your skin that your skin needs hydration. She was like asking me, what's your skincare routine? What are you doing right now for your skin? And I told her, I literally was like, I just use soap and water, some lotion. She just looked at me like, and I told her, I don't have a skincare routine. I never did. I'm always afraid to put stuff on my face because I have the worst skin ever. Like, I just have super sensitive skin. I'm always dry. I'm always itchy, scaly. Like, I told her I'm a freaking crocodile. I have eczema patches. I have flare-ups when I'm upset. Like, it's just too much. So I told her I usually just stick with what is safe, and then I don't try to change it. So because she knew all that and my skin issues and all that, she helped me find some skincare products that are good for sensitive skin. She put some on me, like we did a little test to make sure I didn't have any kind of like allergic reaction. And I could not believe the instant, as soon as she started putting these products on my face, how hydrated I felt and just how good it literally felt so good to have this stuff on my face. Some of it was a little bit pricey, some of it was on sale that day. My husband was like, just treat yourself. So I ended up not buying the foundation. She matched me, but she told me Ulta was actually having this sale. They do this in March, I guess, where they put certain products during different days out of the month for sale, like 50% off. So she was like, I shouldn't say this, but she goes, the makeup that I was gonna buy, I bought Estee Lauder. She was like, it's gonna go on sale 50% off. So I'll give you a little bottle of a free trial, and then she's like, on keep checking back on the sale dates, and when it goes on sale, buy it, you'll get it for half off. So I was like, you're so sweet, thank you for letting me know. So I ended up spending my money on some skincare products, and I bought moisturizers. I bought some serums for my face. I bought an exfoliator. I bought a toner, a tint thing. It's supposed to like brighten your skin. And I bought all the products. And I started my skincare routine the weekend before the new moon in Pisces. And when I happened to look at one of the astrology accounts I follow, there was like a little thing, a little blurb about the new moon in Pisces and what it means for Pisces people, that it was a rebirth moon. So it was the perfect moon to start something new, a rebirth, a transformation. And I was like, how funny that this moon represents the rebirth and transformation. And I ended up starting a whole new skincare routine that's probably not a big deal to most people, especially those of you guys who like to take care of your skin. I was never one of those people. I was just a soap, water, and lotion kind of a girl. And so it was just kind of funny how that worked out. So since that weekend of March, I think it was March 8th. That's probably why the 8 is in my mind. But since that weekend, I have been consistent with my skincare routine. I was determined. I'm like, I spend all this money on it. I am going to make this a habit. It makes my skin feel good. And I'm telling you, like within a couple days, it was almost instant when she put the stuff on my face. While I was in the store, but it was like my skin was so dry and so thirsty for hydration that I noticed the changes really, really quickly. My skin feels super soft. It just feels hydrated. I actually have like a little shine to her now. This camera is not doing it justice. I'm telling you, this lighting is awful. So I don't have any makeup on except for my brows and some mascara. That's it. Now that I've been doing my face and I feel like she looks more alive, I haven't been wanting to wear foundation. I have been really just focusing on a more natural face and just embracing my natural face and embracing my skin, letting her breathe. Because being on this routine has literally put her through this transformation, because she was dry as hell. I had really bad dry patches under my eyes, especially my right side was worse. The dry patches under my eyes are gone. The patch above my eyelid is still it still gets itchy. I feel like it's like a permanent issue, a problem area. But the dry patches everywhere else are gone. And I'm so happy with it. I do feel like my skin lightened up. I don't know if that's that toner thing that she had me use. But I feel like the skin color has lightened up. My husband says it looks really, really good. And he even says like it just looks more alive. I don't know. That's like how he describes it. So I do see changes. I know some people don't believe in skincare. I think they think that it's kind of like a scam. And maybe it could be a little bit, but I have noticed a difference. And the fact that I want to wear my face without the foundation and stuff just says a lot, because normally I'm that person that wants to hide my face with makeup. And yeah, so the Estee Lauder foundation that I got is like a sunscreen kind of one. It's like a tinted sunscreen. And it's like a light to medium coverage, so you could build on it. I really like it. It does kind of sit funny on my skin if I put the skincare product on it and I don't let it sit long enough. So the days that I know I'm going to be putting my foundation on, I tend to do a very like minimal skincare routine, and then I let it sit and soak in my face, and then like maybe an hour later I'll put on the foundation and it'll sit better. But I do notice that it doesn't go on my skin as nicely as like before, when my skin was like dry as hell. Foundation, it just doesn't sit right, and I think it's because of all the product. So when I know I'm wearing a full face of makeup, like I've learned to like either not do the skincare routine or just put a little moisturizer on and then let it sit for a little bit. And I've just been toying with it just to find my new routine, a new foundation, new routine. You know, it's like, does the beauty blender works or the brush? Like I'm just trying to find what works for me, because like I said, I have been working with my foundation. I was wearing Neutrogena foundation for years, like since I was like in my early 20s. That's a long ass time. So going from that and knowing that foundation on the in and out, and knowing how it like works on my skin, using something new I had to find a whole new way of applying it. It was like I was learning how to put makeup on for the first time. It was kind of funny. So I'm still learning, and yeah, I'm happy with it though. So I'm excited to have some lightweight foundation that has sunblock in it, to get me through these hot summers, because it gets really, really hot up here where I live. And I don't know, I'm so sensitive. I don't like being in the sun. And if I'm in the sun, or if I have to be in the sun, I just want to be protected. And my skin is just so sensitive. And she's just got to be covered up. So yeah. So that's the whole story of that. So I've just been starting a whole new routine with that, and I'm very happy with it. And yes, kind of like on the business end of things, I am still doing, like, I'm still booking readings and whatnot. Business has been slow. It's been like on and off. Like sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's not. I think it's just the name of the game right now. I'm just kind of feeling it out. But I will be honest with you guys, I am definitely playing with the idea of not doing readings anymore. I don't know. I'm afraid to do that. I'm afraid to kind of make that decision ultimately. I'm kind of just feeling it out. This year is literally my year of just feeling out the waters, because I've been doing readings for so long. It's a natural part of me. But the whole creating the content and trying to, like, you know, pull in a new audience and this and that, it just hasn't been my interest lately. My priorities are changing. I think there's just a lot changing within me as I get older. And I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for my not my spirituality, but my psychic stuff. So as far as I know now, I'm still doing readings and whatnot, but I'm really just kind of letting it be natural. I'm not trying to force. You know, I'll put out my schedule and when things are available. One of the first changes I'm making is my website stuff. I downgraded my website subscription so I could save some money, because I'm paying all this money for a website and for all of like the little extra stuff, and I don't need it anymore. I'm going to be canceling my Zoom subscription, because right now I have the premium or whatever you call it, but that was because of the days when I was doing a private membership. I needed the Zoom where I could have, you know, multiple people coming into it. And now I really don't need that. Downgrading on my website stuff, I'm just going to a very basic plan, because I don't need the option to have, you know, like the private membership option, the login option, and all that stuff on my website. I'm just saving a little bit of money there, which is nice. But yeah, things are just changing, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I have to remind myself not to be sad or not to be stressed about change. You know, sometimes things that worked for me a couple years ago are not working for me now. Stuff that I was interested in a few years ago is no longer an interest for me, and that's just kind of part of it. And I'm embracing it, and I am learning to be okay with the changes. And it's kind of funny too, as I say this, because it reminds me of my rising sign. So I'm taking an astrology course. That is another update, is I signed up for an astrology course, and we started in mid-March. And we were just recently talking about the modalities of the signs and the cardinal, the fixed, and the mutable signs, like which ones are which. And my rising sign, which is how other people see me or how I portray myself to others, is a mutable Gemini rising. So the Gemini rising is the type of sign where they change interests like crazy. So we always have new ideas, we always have new interests, we always have a new thing that we're doing, and then it'll shift and change, and we'll, you know, in the blink of an eye, we're doing something different. So I do feel like I'm embracing some of those elements of being a Gemini rising. And it kind of shows, at least in other areas of my life. But with my spirituality and my business, I feel like just stuff's shifting, and I am answering that desire to embrace what is shifting in me, and not trying to force myself to stay in a box. Because when I start to feel like I'm stuck in a box, that's when I feel the need to get out. And I become impulsive, and I become too unpredictable and for myself, and I don't like that. So yeah, so that's that. Other than that, you guys, I don't have anything else going on. I don't really have any other updates. I'm just happy to be back. I am so happy to be back and, creating some videos and getting back into the swing of putting stuff up. Anyways, my loves, I think that's going to be the end of this video because I really don't know what else to share and what else to talk about. And I really want to get onto my other video talking about my books. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that we had some good, talks. I will be back for more videos in the future. Until then, my loves, I will talk to you soon. Take care. And yeah, we'll see you later. Bye, guys.